We'll be getting to some happy news in a moment. But first, let's get through the shit. Let's get through Superman and Lois, Season 4, Episode 4.
Dad's here?
No, you have to go. Dad's supposed to lay low. What? I've never done a save. It's a hoodie. Go. You've got this, okay? Hey! Hey! Let me help you! Dad! It's John. He's in Metropolis. This is gonna hurt.
And that was probably the best part of the episode. If you have Instagram, you would see my mood. I was not in a great mood. So when I saw that they were going to remove a lot of the cast, they were going to be guest stars, and when I saw that it was going to take place in Metropolis, or it was supposed to take place in the city and not Smallville, and that we were going to focus on the families versus Luthor, like a game of chess. I thought it was going to be like a serial, those old serials where it was very straightforward. There could have been a number of ways they could have tackled this between Christine Beppo. By the way, Beppo is the super monkey in the Silver Age comic books. That's why they gave her a clever name. The character naming is lazy as fuck. Okay? Between Zeta Rho, right, being from the Zeta Project, that they just threw, it's a Kryptonian name now. See, we're so clever at naming because we're so lazy. And Christine Beppo, instead of giving her a proper name, they could have named her anybody else. They could have named her anything else. Okay? They could have called her Cat Grant. Since there's no Cat Grant, it's a new universe, right? They could have done anything. Anyway, there's between the wedding at the barn, because of course it's got to take place at the barn because that's the TV thing to do, and the sort of the non-emotional banter between Sarah and Jordan, which was, they broke up in season 3. So what was going to happen? Absolutely no. Hey, come on, let's go for a roll in the hay. We'll forget the troubles, okay? Just go for a roll in the hay. Nope. And there, Luthor is mentioned, but he does not appear. Michael Douglas does not appear. You've got this whole setup to capture one of the two sons, either Jordan or John. John shows up at the fire, as you could see. And Gretchen's tricking John. So Gretchen tries to talk to Lois at a special meetup place, but then she endangers her son anyway. What was the point of Rebecca Stabb coming? I like Rebecca Stabb as the Invisible Woman 30 years ago, but this was just pointless. A lot of things felt pointless between the weird dialogue between Sarah Cushing and Christine. Like, is she high on gummies? It's supposed to like hint at edibles, right? Talking about edibles and alcohol and stuff. I don't know. She's got the cold feet up the ass, so she ditches the wedding. She comes back, says, I'm sorry, everybody, we're not getting married, but let's have fun. You see Jordan, or a stunt double, see Jordan doing a backflip, and yeah, we're having fun. We're all dancing at the wedding. Now, of course, Lana does not show up because she wouldn't show up. She would not show up at that wedding. So she does not show up. It's a very CW adult drama kind of thing here, okay? Not a lot happens. You could skip this episode. The one thing that I do notice is that because Clark has a human heart, he can't go as fast as he used to. I suppose they could have repaired the heart that Luthor crushed, but that doesn't happen. We might find out that Clark Kent, Superman, is not he's not susceptible to kryptonite anymore. Maybe he's not weak against kryptonite. Maybe. Husband and wife at the end have some fun in bed, but completely forget the fact that since Superman revealed himself to Luthor's goons, to Otis, that Luthor is going to come pounding. And then I see the preview for the next episode that they're not safe there anymore, that Luthor's on them. Of course, Luthor knows where the fuck they live. When were they ever safe for these first 4 episodes? They weren't safe. They should have moved out the minute they saw Superman dead. They should have taken him and moved out of the barn the minute. I know that would have been like they have to build a new set, but it's 10 episodes. They didn't want to do this. They didn't want to have a new setting. They didn't want to be on the move because they want to have all the old actors back and all the castmates and everything. Oh yeah, they couldn't afford to get John Henry Irons and Natasha back because I think because John Henry Irons and Lana Lang are dating, so the two actors, none, the three actors that could have been there were not there because it's an awkward. He cheated. He cheated. I don't understand why Mr. Cushing. How is Mr. Cushing? How is Kyle training Jonathan Kent? He doesn't have powers. I don't understand what's going on with that. Mr. Cushing's been training him. How? How? Kyle does not have powers. Kyle has no powers. Makes no sense. So, the training scene was very good between Clark Kent and his son, between Superman and John. Okay. They're out in the fortress. That's a good scene, but of course it's short lived. The scene between, so the best parts are probably between Clark Kent and John Kent, and that's about it. Okay. Jordan's still moping, but he's trying to justify. It's still the same BS from last season, from the last 3 seasons. The whole Brainiac tease, I don't know what that's about. Amanda McCoy. It would have made more sense for Amanda McCoy to be there to try to say, okay, look, we're trying to break bread with you. Luthor will stop fighting you. But I just don't. None of it made sense to me. It was a lot of drama. It was a lot of drawing this out. And I'm for one tired of this. Okay, so the first 2 episodes were the best. If you watched it 2 weeks ago, great, you got your money's worth. I don't know what the fuck is supposed to happen here. Okay, we're obviously going to go back to Luthor next week, so the episode will be a bit better, but that's not saying much. It's really like, can we just get this over with? Let's have a final battle. If Brainiac is real and he does show up, Tom Cavanaugh, let's get it over with. Let's start the final episodes. Let's get it done, because I'm tired now. So let's give the rating as I will give the ratings of episodes before. Grade pending. I'm going to have to give this one. When was Superman born? 1938? Yeah, I'm going to give this a 38. Yeah. There are better things to do with your time than to watch this. You can skip episodes 3 and 4. If you really wanted to watch, if you're watching this, if you're buying this on VOD, right? Or you're watching this, VOD or CW subscription service. It's not even subscription. You just go on for free on CW, right? So if you're watching this on the CW app, or if you're watching this on VOD, please skip episodes 3 and 4 for now. And now for the happy news, or somewhat happy. This is the Hollywood Reporter, okay? So I'm going to go by the Hollywood Reporter. And we have, can we shrink this down a bit? Because I would love everyone to see this. Venom: The Last Dance, first reactions after the premiere. So this was earlier tonight, or if it was 4:11 p.m. when this came out. Maybe this came out 5 hours ago at the most. So if this came out on Eastern time, well, no. So it hits theaters on Friday, maybe Thursday if we can get there early. There's Venom. Look at that, right? Now, my feeling before I read this article, I'm reading it for the first time, was that it's a new director. It's the third movie. These actors are going to phone it in. It's going to be like Star Trek. You remember Star Trek Insurrection? My feeling was that it was going to be that, or like Ernest gets a kidney or some shit. Like this is like a direct-to-DVD movie, and that's it. So that was my feeling. So let me read this article. Kelly Marcel's Venom: The Last Dance was finally revealed to the public Monday night after the Sony Pictures film held its world premiere in New York, and the first reactions have already hit social media. The third and final film with Tom Hardy led Venom franchise once again. The Brit actor has put upon Eddie Brock, who coexists with the chomp alien symbiote Venom. Takes place after Venom Let There Be Carnage. That was directed by Andy Serkis. Love that movie. I still love it. So, obviously, Michelle Williams is not in this. So we don't go back to Eddie's ex-wife or fiance. So the cast includes Juno Temple, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I think he was from Shazam and Black Adam. Rice Ifans, Peggy Lou. I can't remember some of these people. Ubach and Stephen Graham as Patrick Mulligan and the symbiote Toxin. I thought there was another one, another character called something else. I don't remember. We got so many pop-up ads. I would really like to just read this, and we'll all be good. Okay. So Toxin is the enemy in this one. In addition to helming the feature, Marcel wrote the script and the story credited to herself and Hardy, Marcel Avi Arad, Matt Tolmack, Amy Pascal, and Hitch Parker service producers. So the first movie did 850 million globally, while the sequel crossed the 500 million mark worldwide. So this is all nice, but here we get the reactions. So here are the first reactions. This is at the Adam Review tweeted on X. Venom The Last Dance #review. A huge, epic, and emotional finale. Tom Hardy gives everything, and Sony has never been better. Stunning action satisfies with all 19 inches, whatever that means, and not just another Venom movie. It's one of the best comic book films ever, a fitting and setting up what's next. Simon Thompson tweeted, Showbiz Simon, Venom. Tom Hardy goes all in for a fun finale benefiting the franchise, befitting it, with stacks of set pieces ranging from kooky to crazy. This doesn't hold back with the phenomenal action. Take it for what it is, grab some popcorn, and go with the flow of the Raging Road movie. Josh Wilding tweeted, I've seen Venom The Last Dance. It's the most cinematic, monumental Venom movie to date. Eddie Brock and Venom's dynamic is at its strongest. The stakes are so much higher. I had a lot of fun with this one. The final act is bonkers. Is it perfect? Nah, far from it. However, it sleeps and bounds ahead of Venom and has a way meatier plot than Venom Let There Be Carnage. The Spider-Man 4 rumors have been blown out of proportion, in my honest opinion. But Venom The Last Dance left me wanting more of these two. Drew Taylor tweeted, Venom The Last Dance is the best of the Venom movies. So it's not perfect, but it's super entertaining. And there's a giant monster that chews people up and sprays blood out of the back of its head. Okay, that's a minor spoiler. Chris Killian tweeted, Venom The Last Dance is a wacky buddy road trip that stretches its PG-13 rating as far as it'll possibly go. Simply put, Venom 3 is a classic guilty pleasure cinema. Turn your brains off and let Venom snack on them. Takes you on a while. So Joseph Deckelmeyer. Venom The Last Dance takes you on a wild and exhilarating journey from start to finish. It's a fun popcorn movie that reminds me of the early 2000s comic book movies. It's a tribute to action films from the 80s. There's funny moments. Are there plot holes? Yes. Well, we'll have to see if I like this movie or not. So Ian Sandwell likes it. Thelma and Louise. Okay, it's like Thelma and Louise. It's a road trip movie. Venom The Last Dance is phenomenal. This is Who Let Us Out tweeted. Tom Hardy is Venom. Yeah, he is. Bizarnage tweeted, just got out of the movie. Tom Hardy is absolutely at his best in this as Eddie Brock and Venom with the great cast of characters, including Juno Temple and Chiwetel Ejiofor and tons of symbiote goodness. So this is not one to miss. So either this is going to be the greatest movie, a comic book movie of 2024, or the worst one. So plot holes. It's a road trip movie. Will I enjoy this? I have not seen a Venom movie in theaters. Every Venom movie I've seen is on DVD after the fact. So I'll try my best to see this one. I hope I can see it if I can save up enough money here. Superman Lois is disappointing. So you can let me review these for you so you don't have to watch it. And see what you think of Venom 3. I'll try to see it on Thursday.